Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to the screening room. I am so happy to be back from traveling. I am looking forward to going over some super crucial information on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which, as an Indiana Jones fan, I am very much looking forward to seeing it this weekend. However, I have been tracking this movie for a long time, going back to last year, and I gotta say, I am extremely nervous because right now this movie is trending in the wrong direction and it looks like we are set up for a major flop this 4th of July weekend. And it really pains me to say because I am a huge Indiana Jones fan. And so we are going to start off tonight. Actually, I've got one bit of business that I want to clear up, and I am extremely happy because, let me bring this up for you. As of today, I was really hoping we would hit this benchmark. As of today, we have hit 1,400 subscribers. I feel so blessed to have all of you along this journey with me. I'm so glad that you are here, enjoying our content, and I look forward to giving you more travel content, more movie content, more stuff from the family. It is just so awesome that we have all of you guys following us along on this journey since we've given up social media, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a great creative outlet for me and our family as well. So thank you so much for your support as we go through this journey together. So glad to have you on board. So anyway, tonight we are going to be talking primarily Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So, yeah, I am very much looking forward to seeing this movie. I will be seeing it hopefully this weekend on Saturday with my boys. And, we are stoked to go and check this movie out. But, like I said, I have been tracking this movie for a year now, and I am just extremely nervous with all the production issues that have been going on. This movie has been in production hell. There have been so many rumors that have come out and so much information kind of from behind the scenes. And I'm going to go over a little bit of that with you and then kind of show you a little bit of why this movie is definitely not looking good for this 4th of July holiday blockbuster weekend. So, from what we know so far, this movie has been in production hell for a long time. Going back to last year, if we rewind a little bit, there were rumors of some on-set issues. There were rumors that Bob Iger came in, he screened the movie, took a look at the ending and was like, oh, hell no. There's no way that we're going to proceed with this movie in its current condition. And demanded that James Mangold rewrite and refilm the ending. Now, I'm going to be going into some slight spoilers, none of the movie as it is right now, but definitely some spoilers in terms of what the movie was, and from what I was reading, what the movie was supposed to be. So, anyway, originally, the rumors that have come out from multiple sources basically have said the original ending of the movie was going to have Indiana Jones with Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character, who plays his goddaughter in the film, traveling back in time using the Dial of Archimedes, and Indiana Jones would actually die in the past, with then Phoebe Waller-Bridge character taking over the Indiana Jones role, like literally rewriting history. And then we had this montage of her going through and basically being in Indiana Jones' adventures that we saw in the original classic trilogy. We would literally see her getting the Ark of the Covenant. We would see her getting the Shankara stones. We would see her getting the Holy Grail, and basically rewriting history with her as the new Indiana Jones. Well, as you know, that probably would not have flown with audiences, and they went back. There was multiple sources say they completely rewrote the ending. John Williams, who composed the film, which from what I'm hearing is actually the best part of the film, is John Williams' score, is come out a couple weeks ago and said that he had to rescore the ending of the film because it was completely redone and there was entirely new score done for the new ending of the film, which, all right. Makes sense. Well, James Mangold came out and said, no, John Williams was confused. He doesn't know what he was talking about. We didn't rewrite the ending. We didn't reshoot anything. That's all a big lie. Because basically they want to cover up what was going on with the film and just kind of deny these rumors to try to save the film itself. Then it came out a few weeks ago, and Harrison Ford, in an interview, literally, I don't know if he meant to do this, but came out and said that they reshot the ending of the film, and they actually added a significant character at the end of the film. And in that interview, he was literally sitting next to Phoebe Waller-Bridge character, and or I'm sorry, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is not a character, and she looked kind of perturbed. She didn't seem to be too happy about this new ending and what he was discussing. So there's been a lot of speculation about the rewritten ending and where the movie is going to go. But from what I'm hearing, the new movie is very much focused on Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character and not so much on Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is kind of being set up to be this older guy, kind of a broken down, like shell of his former self, and he's taken a back seat to this goddaughter who is a know-it-all kind of archaeologist, and they're both looking for this Dial of Archimedes. What I'm hearing is the first 20 minutes of the film, which is kind of the de-aged portion that you see in the trailer, that is the highlight of the film. It's kind of all downhill from there. The best reviews I'm hearing are kind of mixed reviews, and they are saying that it is better than Crystal Skull, which is good in my book, but not even hold a candle to the original trilogy. And that's where we're going to go. Like I said, I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, so I am hoping that the movie is better than these reviews. The whole idea that they screened the movie at the Cannes Film Festival about a month and a half ago really backfired because they thought they were going to get some outstanding critical reviews, really build up the hype for the movie. Unfortunately, it backfired, and the reactions to the film weren't as great as they originally were hoping. So, yeah, we've got these mixed to negative reactions coming out for the film, and a lot of people are extremely nervous about how this film is going to do financially. Well, with that being said, for those of you who don't kind of understand how movies kind of track financially, well, I'm going to explain it really quick. So, major Hollywood production movies have a production budget. Well, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny had a huge production budget. Estimates are saying that it came in around $300 million to make the movie. Now, when you add in what it costs to actually advertise the film, your advertising budget, that is typically about a third to a half of your production budget. So, what that means for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is that they took about $300 million to make the film, and then they probably spent about $100 million to $150 million to advertise the film just to get out word of mouth. So right now, they are down about $450 million, roughly, like rough estimate, $450 million on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Now, to make up that much money globally, in terms with DVD sales and stuff like that, they are going to need to make roughly around $900 million just to break even. Now, why I say that is because theaters take in about half of the global ticket sales. The studio doesn't get all that money back. They get about half back. So, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, because of its super inflated budget and all the marketing expenses, they are really going to have to track upwards of $900 million to break even. That is an exorbitant amount of money. We're starting to see these Hollywood big blockbuster movies with these budgets that aren't going to be touched. They're really not even close to a break-even point, which is crazy. So, unfortunately, right now, with the way the film is tracking, estimates are saying that positive numbers, even if the movie does well, it's currently tracking for somewhere in the area of $60 to $75 million for this 4th of July. Basically, you could say 3 to 4 day weekend, because 4th of July falls on a Tuesday. And so a lot of people being off Monday are going to be going to the movies on Monday. But this opening 4-day weekend is looking to be a disaster based on all these Hollywood insider reports, based on advanced ticket sales and stuff like that. Just taking a look here. Adventure with the Outdoor Eagle, you are joining us. Thank you so much. We are glad to have you here tonight, dude. And for all those you might be watching in the replay, thank you for watching the video. We're so glad if you liked the video. We would love to have you as part of our awesome In Like Flynn movie review channel, and we also do travel video, stuff like that. So if you like what you're watching, please like and subscribe, and we would love to have you along on this journey. So getting back to Indiana Jones, right now the numbers are not looking good, and I'm going to go over a couple things which really to me are not looking good at all for the movie. So let's jump right in. I'm going to give a little setup here. So I live just north of Baltimore in the great state of Maryland. Now, the theater that I go to, which is the AMC White Marsh Theater, well, that is a very popular theater. And for those of you that do not know, it's opening nights are typically booked out. For major Hollywood blockbuster movies, we are typically sold out well in advance. As soon as tickets go on sale, seats are booked up, especially if you're looking at any kind of Marvel movie, any big budget Hollywood movie. Tickets are hard to come by, especially for opening night. Now, if you see here, this is our IMAX theater for Thursday night. This is one of the opening shows in our big premiere theater, or one of our big premiere theaters. What makes it so popular is we actually do have a large IMAX theater, and then we have a Dolby theater, and both of those are premium format theaters. But what I am showing you here are the tickets that were sold as of today. These numbers were taken just a little bit ago. This is for the 7:45 p.m. show on Thursday. So you can see here that not even a tenth of the theater is filled. I mean, we are literally looking here at, I don't know, what's that about? Maybe 15 tickets sold for opening night for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is supposed to be a huge summer tentpole movie. That is not looking good, okay? So I went to go look at tickets today, and then this just blew me away. So when I saw this, I was like, what in the heck is going on? Like, what is happening? So then I looked at the other premium format theater. This is our Dolby theater. So you could see there's more tickets that were bought for that show, which is a good thing. But for a major movie like this, you would never ever see this many seats open to a show that was supposed to be sold out. I mean, literally when shows get sold out in our theater, it's well in advance. I mean, weeks in advance. So the fact that this movie is tracking so low and there's so few tickets sold, that is extremely concerning. So now we're going to take a look at the Friday show. So now we're into Friday. It's a Friday night. People are off work. Let's say they didn't want to go to the movie on Thursday. Well, there we are. Look at the Friday tickets for our premium format, 7:20 p.m. show. We have got literally, just under 20 tickets sold? That is insano. There is no way for a movie that is supposed to be tracking to make $900 million to break even that we only have 20 tickets sold. I mean, typically the amount of tickets sold, it's sold out. You cannot come across tickets. And it is just, I don't know, it's mind-blowing to me that the ticket sales are seriously that low. So now, if we want to move on ahead here, let's say people are nervous about the movie. They don't want to go and spend their money on the movie. Well, I started looking up Saturday shows, but not just Saturday shows. Let's look at the Saturday matinee shows in one of the cheap theaters. So this is about as cheap as you're going to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Saturday matinee show, tickets are 30% off. Not a single ticket sold for Saturday. And I am telling you, we are in a premier theater in a premier area that we are very popular movie theater, and the fact that there is not a single ticket sold on a Saturday morning for what is a family movie, okay, it's 10 a.m., that is not looking good for Indiana Jones. I mean, give me a break. Someone freaking buy a ticket, please, because poor old Indiana Jones needs to have an audience. And I just cannot believe that people are not lining up to see this movie, because a lot of people aren't like me. They're not tracking the actual movies, and they don't know about all the production issues that are going on with the film. So I pulled up another show. Now we're going to look at the 7:20 showtime Saturday night in our Premier Dolby Theater, and we have a whopping 3 tickets sold on a Saturday night, 4th of July weekend, and the weather here is not looking good. Right now, the weather for our weekend is looking rainy with thunderstorms, not looking good at all. But here we are on a Saturday night, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. We got 3 tickets sold. So, yeah, the Dolby Theater, I would say, is the premiere. That's what I want to see all my movies in. And the fact that these movies are tracking so low is not looking good for the Indiana Jones box office, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell you that, but there it is. I just pulled up the numbers just a little bit ago, and it's Tuesday night. Movie opens in 2 days, and that's what we're looking at. So you tell me, do you think Indiana Jones is going to make its money back? Right now, I'm not thinking it's going to. It looks like it's going to be a huge flop. Now, what I'm hoping is that the movie is better than the reviews are saying, and that the movie tracks a little bit better, and that we get maybe a better box office next weekend. If word of mouth gets out that the movie's really not as bad as everyone's saying, that would be a good thing. But, yeah, right now with the way the box office is going, and especially with what happened to Disney's Elementals, and then what happened with The Flash, which we're going to get into here in just a little bit, it is not looking too sweet for Disney Lucasfilm right now. Kathleen Kennedy, she is in the hot seat. She has essentially now ruined the Willow franchise, the Star Wars franchise, now the Indiana Jones franchise. She is not on a Hollywood heater, and I would not be surprised if we see her departure very soon, because she is very much pushing these women-driven films with the women lead, and kind of putting the men kind of in a silly backseat position. And from what I'm hearing with what they're going to be doing with Indiana Jones, it is not looking good. From some of the early looks in the film, we see Indiana Jones kind of like a washed up, it kind of looks like he's drunk, living in his past. I get that, the character is supposed to be in his 70s, but the fact that he's going to be taking a back seat to this female lead in the movie who is supposed to be driving the franchise moving forward. Kathleen Kennedy is pushing for her to further herself in the role later on down the line. That is extremely disheartening to me anyway. So, anyway, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, I hope you are destined for great things, but right now it looks like you are destined for failure. I am sorry. I hope it gets better for you. But onward and upward, I want to talk a little bit about The Flash. So, The Flash. If you remember from one of my videos a while back when the trailer first dropped for The Flash, I was saying that I wish I was more excited for the movie. Seeing Michael Keaton in the trailer really got me stoked. I am a huge fan of the Michael Keaton first 2 Batman movies, and the trailer for The Flash looked good. Like, I really thought that the movie looked good, but I was not getting excited for it, just knowing that James Gunn was going to kill the Snyderverse, essentially, which The Flash was a part of, and that he was going to be moving forward with different characters, different Superman, different Lois Lane, which we're going to get to in a little bit. And I was like, well, where's this movie going to do? Is it going to set up this new universe? Is it just going to basically be a movie that's just going to kind of stand alone and then die and then not do anything? So I wasn't that excited for it. Now, I did go and see The Flash. I thought that it was an okay movie. Didn't think it was a great movie. I'll say it was good. But you know what? There was definitely some problems with The Flash. Uh, yeah, I really thought that Ezra Miller, he did a pretty good job in the role. The source material wasn't too bad, but the CGI, oh my gosh, the CGI in this movie was laughable. Think Zack Snyder's Justice League, and you remember Superman's jaw? You remember how ridiculous Superman's jaw looked in that movie because they had to refilm Henry Cavill with all the reshot scenes and whatnot? Well, Superman's jaw looks amazing compared to some of the shoddy CGI work that was from The Flash. I mean, parts of this movie felt unfinished, especially some of the time travel parts and some of the cameo parts towards the end of the movie. They were just straight up shoddy. Now, I know the director was saying that, like, oh, that was my vision. That's the way I wanted the film to look. Well, dude, if that's how you wanted the film to look, like, you need to start rethinking your directorial career because that looked like garbage. And I couldn't get excited really for the cameos because the cameos were like all digital. They were kind of fake cameos. So how can I get excited? I know this gets a little bit of a spoiler, but the movie's been out for a couple weeks, so hopefully you've heard all these spoilers. But how can I get excited for a Christopher Reeve cameo when I know, sadly, the actor's passed on and that it's just digitally done? He doesn't speak at all. He's just kind of there digitally. And then the whole Nicolas Cage Superman, most of the people probably don't even get the reference if you're not a big movie guy. And he doesn't speak, so that doesn't get me that excited. And then you've got the big George Clooney Batman reveal at the end, which was kind of like a joke. So I didn't know if that was supposed to be comedy or if that was like setting up the future with a new George Clooney Batman, which George Clooney hated playing Batman, so that was kind of like, what's going on here? And then the post-credit scene just sets up for the Aquaman movie, which I think is really going to do horrible in the box office because I don't think anyone's going to care to go see Aquaman because it really has no future effect on the new DC universe. So The Flash, sadly, did extremely poor. It bombed hard. It's a major loss for the studio. It only tracked at 55 million for its opening weekend for its inflated budget. That is insane. And then it tanked even more in its second week, and Disney Elemental went from second place to first place and overtook it, and it did even worse. It had one of the worst fall offs in film history, and that is not looking good, man. And I really think part of that was just because no one knew where the movie was going to go. Everyone was kind of tired of Ezra Miller's antics off screen with some of his legal troubles. I think there was people that didn't want to support that, and then I think there were some people that are just fine with waiting until it comes out on HBO or Max or whatever the app is these days. And it's sad because I was excited to see Mike Keaton's Batman. He did a great job with the material that he was given. I wish he had some more screen time, but from what he had, it was definitely a really good movie. All right, let me check in here. Let's see. Kitty Cathy, all right, hey, you just joined. Welcome to the live show. Hopefully you can catch up on everything we talked about previously. Adventure with Outdoor Eagle. Can't hold my eyes open anymore. You're basically heading out. Let's see. The guy redoing the ending, the next thing. I know you're talking about The Flash. I'll rewatch on the flip side. Hey, man. Good night. I know it's a little bit late. Totally get it. It's cool. Kitty Cathy, welcome to the show. We are just talking about how The Flash bombed. Yeah, I mean, it's really sad. I'm looking forward to seeing what James Gunn does with the future of the DC universe, but we did just get a big drop today. If you have yet to see my little drop earlier on, my little short, I'm gonna play it for you here. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring this up. Probably gonna get dinged by YouTube for doing this, but who cares? So James Gunn announced today that they have found their Superman and Lois Lane. And we've got none other than Rachel Brosnahan, who was cast as Lois Lane. And then we've got David Cornswet will take on the cape and be our next Clark Kent / Superman. So that literally just got announced today at about 1 o'clock. So that's exciting news. We now know who our next Superman and Lois Lane are going to be. I was really hoping for Nicholas Hoult to be the next Superman, but hey, you don't always get what you want, and you never know. It could be fantastic. It looks like James Gunn, he has a great track record for the films that he does. I think he did a great job with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and yeah, I'm excited to see where the Superman Legacy movie goes, where the new DC universe goes. It's exciting times, and hopefully for Hollywood, hopefully these studios get the memo that they can't keep putting out these mega budget blockbuster movies. They're not making their money back, and it's like really disappointing to see these movies fail. Kitty Cathy, you are saying that you are a fan of Michael Keaton's Batman. Heck yeah. The Flash did so bad, I think Ezra upset a lot of people. Yeah, that's literally what I thought. I was concerned, I got to tell you, because I was on the train with you. I was seeing some of the stuff that Ezra Miller was doing, and I mean, the guy was just like really freaking a lot of people out with the allegations of his like grooming underage people. Like I said, those are allegations. And then like breaking into people's homes and just doing some really weird stuff. It's hard because you don't want to support those antics. I do think the guy is a good actor. I'm sorry, I guess they are a good actor. But yeah, unfortunately that overshadowed Michael Keaton's Batman. Oh, and I just actually read this today. This was news to me. It's just recently came out. So from what I'm hearing, I hate to spoil the end of the film if you haven't seen it, Kitty Cathy, but at the end of the film, the big reveal is that Barry Allen still did kind of alter time. He didn't fix everything. And instead of Ben Affleck's Batman coming in at the end, we got George Clooney's Batman, which, like I said, was very laughable. It even was probably like one of the better laughs of the whole movie when Barry Allen was like, what the F is this? But from the sources that I've been reading today, supposedly they were begging Christian Bale to take on that role, to have that cameo, because it was interesting that we saw all these Batmen show up in The Flash, but the only two that you didn't see in cameos were Val Kilmer, which I totally get due to his physicality currently, but really, since everything was kind of like CGI and deep fake with the cameos, they could have put him in there. But then the other one stands out is Christian Bale, because everyone loves Christian Bale's Batman, but he was not in it. So what is coming out is that the director of the movie and the studio were begging Christian Bale to be in that cameo that George Clooney ended up doing, and he wanted nothing to do with it. He was just like, no, 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 no. I want no part of this. He was probably seeing the writing on the wall, especially with like Ezra Miller and stuff, and the way the movie was trending, and yeah, totally refused to be part of the movie, which good for him. I mean, ultimately, I think he probably made a good decision. Looks like Kitty Cathy, you're excited to see the new Superman and Lois. Yeah, I really think that they could do a good job. I mean, it's not that hard, right? I mean, DC, you have some of the most famous superhero characters in the history of television and film at your disposal. I would say that the characters and superheroes that you have are more popular than the Marvel characters, and as much as Marvel's tanking currently, I mean, it should be a no-brainer. I mean, you should have a blank check to do whatever you want, but for some reason they keep screwing it up. Now, It's going to be interesting to see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker Part 2, because I was a really big fan of the first one. And then we also got Robert Pattinson's Batman sequel coming up. And then we also have the Penguin show, which will be coming out, I think, maybe next year. I don't know if they've announced a date. I know we got that teaser trailer, which looked decent, but we have that to look forward to. But that's kind of like in an alternate reality. And actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, we did not see Robert Pattinson in The Flash in a cameo role. So that was another Batman that we did not see in The Flash. Yeah. So, other news that broke today. This isn't movie so much, but can you believe Ryan Seacrest is going to be the new host of Wheel of Fortune? My entire life, it's always been Pat Sajak and Vanna White. And now we have got Ryan Seacrest hosting Wheel of Fortune. Mind blown. I don't know. I mean, the dude made it work with American Idol, but I don't know, man. If I could see him doing Wheel of Fortune, that's a tall task. I mean, to be fair, I never thought Drew Carey was going to fill in well for Bob Barker, and he did. You know, we've got Steve Harvey on The Price is Right. We've got these like A-list celebrities coming in hosting these timeless classic shows, and I guess it's working out. But Ryan Seacrest, God bless you, man. You are the king of all media. I think you might have taken over Howard Stern's job for the king of all media, because you are in everything. You usually do a fantastic job. I don't know how you have any free time. I mean, I guess you just came off live with Kelly, whatever. You got replaced by Mark Consuelos. Cool. That's just really mind-blowing to me. So, yeah. Oh, Kitty Cat, you agree with me? He says Ryan has too many jobs. Yeah, I don't know. You can't look anywhere without seeing Ryan Seacrest. And I think from what I heard is he's still doing his radio thing. He's still going to be doing American Idol. He's still going to be doing his New Year's Eve show that he took over for Dick Clark. Man, I wish I had some Ryan Seacrest money. Maybe one day I'll make it big and I'll have some shows. But until now, I'll just sit down in my little home theater here with the live show and just spill my guts talking movies and travel. Stuff that I love talking about. And yeah. Wow. So much going on in film and TV these days. It's hard to keep up with it all, but definitely exciting times. So, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. You know, I really hope that you do well. I am looking forward to seeing it with my buddies this weekend, and I will be doing a review for the movie. But from what I'm hearing, not looking good. So I'm interested to know, like, are you going to go spend your hard-earned money to go see Indiana Jones? As a lifelong fan, of course I got to see the movie. They're saying not as bad as the Crystal Skull, so hopefully he's not going to be hopping in any refrigerators trying to avoid a nuclear blast. God bless you, Harrison Ford. Spoiler alert, people, that really doesn't work. My friend Mike was trying to argue earlier tonight that it would work. If you were in one of those old 1950s refrigerators, that you would survive a nuclear blast. But if you think that's true, then by all means, hop in a refrigerator if we ever have a nuclear fallout, and I'll see you on the side. Peace. But yeah, Crystal Skull, in my opinion, was pretty terrible, and I would think most people are going to agree with me with Crystal Skull being pretty terrible. I understand Harrison Ford's getting old. He needs to move on from the character. Harrison Ford does not want to see the character die. He wants to see the character live on, which I am totally with you, Harrison Ford. And I've heard rumors of the ending of Indiana Jones, and not too stoked about it. I'm not going to go into it on the show. Kitty Cathy, you agree with me that Crystal Skull wasn't very good. You don't have a lot of hope for this one. Sometimes the sequels need to stop. I cannot agree with you more. I would have loved to see another Indiana Jones movie, but I think Indiana Jones needs to go the way of 007. I think you need to recast the role. I know those are big shoes to fill, but I think you can fill them. There was rumors years back that Chris Pratt was rumored to take on the Indiana Jones role, and I think that would be a great casting. I could totally see Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones. You could even recast it with a young Indiana Jones. All you have to do is basically go back to the Indiana Jones time period, which you have anywhere from like the 30s up until, I believe this movie takes place in the 60s. And now that we're dealing with time travel with this Archimedes dial in the movie, heck, you could throw Indiana Jones in any time period, I guess, if you want to. But the last one really lost me with the aliens. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When aliens kind of came in and like we're doing the whole like mind warp thing, like I was like, oh, are you serious? And then we see a spacecraft take off and alter the landscape. Whew, man, I kind of want to forget Crystal Skull, but luckily people are saying not as bad as Crystal Skull. Thank goodness. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you're going to be going to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. By the time you watch it, maybe the movie will be out. Let me know what you thought. I will probably be dropping my review for the movie sometime this weekend. We have a busy weekend planned. I'm working on some other travel, vacation videos, wrapping some of that stuff up. But I look forward to getting back into some of the movie reviews and getting back to the movies with my buddies. There's definitely some good stuff coming out. What you should keep an eye out for, which I think is going to be a huge hit coming up, and I'm hearing great things about, is going to be the new Mission Impossible movie. Tom Cruise, it sounds like this is just all out action extravaganza. Looks like it's going to be fantastic. It is trending well. Everything I'm hearing from insider sources are saying the movie is fantastic. The next one's going to blow our minds. If you didn't know, this is the first part of a two-part movie. I'm not a huge fan of that, but hey, from what I'm hearing, it's going to be awesome. So, yeah, looking forward to that one for sure. There's some other movies coming out later this year I'm looking forward to, but for now, we got Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny this 4th of July weekend. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I'm going to be wrapping this up. We really appreciate you watching. Kitty Kathy, thank you for always for joining. Adventure with the Outdoor Eagle, thank you for joining earlier on. Greatly appreciate it. For everyone who was kind of in the chat but not necessarily watching or commenting, totally love you guys for just hopping in. It's awesome. Thank you for allowing me to get all this stuff off my chest. And let's keep our fingers crossed that Indiana Jones does well. Oh, actually, you know, the one thing I forgot, oh my gosh, I'm going to throw this out there. Another thing that makes this movie not looking good, and hey, maybe you can get a free ticket out of it. They just announced that if you go to Applebee's and spend $35 on your meal, they will give you a free Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny movie ticket. That is not good. If you spend $70, they will give you 2 free tickets. Wow. So they usually only do promotions like this when a movie is not tracking well. It's not trending to make a lot of money. So how it works is that whether you use that ticket or not, they're going to give you a free ticket for spending $35 at Applebee's. Now, whether you use their ticket or not, they don't care. The studio treats that as a sold ticket. So they pad their numbers with the tickets that are given away from Applebee's, whether you go see the movie or not. So think about the number of tickets that they're going to give away. Well, the studio is going to get that money back from Applebee's as part of the promotion, and they're going to use that money to pad the production numbers. So they did a promotion like that for a movie a while back that was trending, and they totally padded their number. Oh, that was for Captain Marvel back in the day with Marvel Studios. They padded their numbers with free ticket giveaways, and the movie did terribly in the box office, but the numbers were padded with these fake giveaway numbers. So it looks like Indiana Jones is going to be doing that too. But if you want a free ticket, oh dude, Kitty Kathy, you already got your free ticket from Applebee's. That is awesome that you freaking went and got the free ticket from Applebee's. Let me know how that works, because I actually have a program where I see pretty much as many movies as I want included as part of my package. I pay a small monthly fee. So we see a lot of movies like that, and my movie going buddies, we all kind of have that package as well. We're very blessed to have that, and we don't need those tickets, but that's awesome that you got the Applebee's tickets and that's how you're going to go see the movie. I'm wondering if you can use those movies in the premium format theaters. I hope you can, because I'm sure the movie's going to look good in a premium format theater. But hey, if you want to go see Indiana Jones and Dial Destiny, get some good food, go to Applebee's, spend $70, get 2 free tickets, go see the movie. 2-for-1 deal. All right, sorry, just had to throw that in, totally forgot. Anyway, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please spread the word about our channel. We are still growing. Again, thank you for the 1,400 subscribers. So awesome that we hit that tonight before the live show. Totally stoked. I know we're still a relatively small channel, but we are so blessed to have all of you along with us on this journey. I was telling PJ about that before the show, and he was stoked. And yeah, if you just like the video, subscribe, let your friends know about it, that would be awesome. We would love to have you. And if there's anything movie related, if you have a movie you want me to review, I'd be glad to do it for you. I know we've got some Leave It or Stream It stuff coming up. And hey, thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody. And yeah. Oh, she said you have to go through Fandango and use your receipt. Good luck, Kitty Cathy, getting that to work. Hopefully it's not too painstaking for you. All right. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And until the next live show,